Welcome. Thanks for joining me. If you don't already have, go ahead and grab a nice comfortable something to sit on. I will be starting in about 5 minutes. I turn on the live just so that I don't have any technical difficulties at the last second. So I also am using blocks. I use them because my hips are tight, so my knees are up high. So this just makes it feel more comfortable for me to sit with my ankles crossed. So get at whatever it is that you need to help yourself feel more comfortable in a seated position. We're going to start our practice this evening, seated. So the other things that I'm going to use today are probably a pillow, a blanket, my mat. But mostly we'll figure it out. We'll wing it. So don't fret if you don't have anything that I've listed among the pieces of equipment. And of course, thank you for joining me. It's nice to have friends participating in this video endeavor with me. So we just have just about 3 more minutes. I'm going to try not to talk very much during these next 3 minutes, just so that you can settle yourself in, think about the length of your spine, and begin to focus on your breath. And try to remember with each breath, you're looking to inhale and fill your lungs, and exhale with the soft, drawing your belly button towards your spine. So sensing your belly move with your breath. Either inhaling and expanding or exhaling and narrowing. Inhaling and expanding, feeling the sides of your ribs, and exhale and narrowing, drawing your belly button towards your spine or softening your belly button towards your spine. So just sit comfortably or find a way to sit comfortably. Find a way to look for the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling. Inhaling slowly and exhaling slowly. And if you notice thoughts of your day arise, just see them as thoughts, name them as thoughts, and then just let them go. Remind yourself that you're here now just to take care of yourself, take care of your body. And as always, continue to look with your breath or look with your sit bones and find a way to feel the most comfortable that you can. As you exhale, imagine that your sit bones are helping you to settle more deeply into the ground beneath you or the seat beneath you. Inhale and exhale. And if it's helpful, you can let your eyes gently close. And again, reminding yourself to let the thoughts of the day fall away. If you find yourself again lost in your thoughts, bring yourself back to your breath and your long, tall spine. Good. So let's begin. Welcome and thank you for joining me for Yoga for Rest with Lloy. Thank you to all the Michigan Shores Club members who are joining me, and thank you to all of my past yoga friends who used to sit in this very room with me and take yoga on a weekly basis. It's nice to have you with me. You warm my heart. What you'll need today is a couple of blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you can use pillows, your mat, and a blanket. We're going to start today in a seated position. So I'm using my blocks right now to help me because my hips lack flexibility to feel comfortable with my knees not being able to touch the ground. So I have a seat underneath me. I have my knees wide, my ankles crossed, and my knees are being supported by blocks. You can gently rest your hands with your palms flat to your thighs. If you're feeling like you're a little anxious or worried or a little more kinetic, this will help to ground you. If you are feeling really tired and you need just a little bit more to get through this yoga practice together, you can open your hands to receive energy, or even just simply receive the energy of all of us in this space together, practicing together. So let's go ahead and either bring your hands together or keep your hands on your thighs as we take a moment to just nod to your heart center and remind yourself that you're here to take care of your body only. Don't worry about any other bodies that you might be watching that might be sharing the space with you, and just move in the ways that make sense for your body today. And then when you're ready, lower your hands back to your thighs and let's connect with our breath. So what I'm looking for you to participate in is that expansion of your ribs as you inhale. And then as you exhale, letting your belly button soften and letting your belly draw towards your spine behind you and letting your seat sit more deeply into the floor or into the pillow beneath you. With your inhale, you expand. And your exhale, you're sinking, grounding yourself more deeply into the floor beneath you. As you inhale, you can let your lips close and let the air come in through your nostrils. And if it's comfortable with your exhale, you can gently open your mouth with a ha. Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale with a and just let your day go. Continue that long, slow, one-to-one breath pattern, meaning that your inhale and your exhale are about the same length, either 4 in or 4 out, or 6 in, 6 out. Taking your time to connect with your own breath pattern. Good. All right. So we're going to continue to stay seated. You guys don't need to move. I'm going to turn to my side so that you can see me a little bit better. I'm going to use my block here, and I'm going to place it to my left side to start. So I'd like us to inhale and reach our arms up over our heads and imagine ourselves lengthening our torso, lengthening the sides of your body, lifting your fingertips towards the ceiling and feeling the full length of your arms. And imagine as you reach those arms towards the ceiling, you can gently lift your ribs up off of your hips. And as you exhale, just lower your hands down. Good. Inhale, arms come up, imagining that you're lengthening the fullness of your side body. And then exhale, hands slowly come down. Good. 2 more just like that. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, arms slowly down. Good. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Now let's land our left hand on our block next to our left hip. Good. So I have a tight right side body. So I'm going to bring my block up on its edge because it's hard for me to tip over, but I'm going to ask you to tip over and rest your elbow on your block. If you feel like you have some good flexibility, you can rest your elbow on your block on its side. Your other hand is going to be resting on your hip. So you're looking like this. Hand on your hip. Good. So we're going to pay attention again to our breath. We're going to inhale and sense our ribs expand. And as you exhale, we're going to let our belly button draw towards our spine behind us and gently fold forward towards our left knee. So you're going to let your right shoulder drop, your chin gently drop, and then inhale and a gentle opening, letting your heart center open back towards the front of the room. And then exhale, belly button draws back behind you. Your chin drops down towards your elbow. This is a great big torso twist. You'll feel this work through your back body. Inhale, shoulder comes up. Exhale and gently let that shoulder roll down as your belly button draws towards your spine behind you. Take about 2 more of those. Inhaling and exhaling and folding, letting your chin drop down towards the block. If when you inhale it feels right to lift your chin towards the ceiling, you can do that. And then as you exhale again, draw your belly button towards your spine, let your chin drop down. Good. So now we're going to take this right hand and place it on our back of our head. Good. So we're increasing the stretch here through our side body. Take the tip of your elbow and let your right hip drop down into your seat as your right elbow reaches like a great big rainbow arch away from your right hip, opening your whole right side body. And again, thinking about your inhale and your exhale. So here comes again. Inhale, open your heart center to the front. And then exhale, gently close that elbow down towards the floor. Belly button is driving back. Inhale, arm comes up. And exhale, let that elbow drop down. Take 1 or 2 more breath cycles here, inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready with your next cycle, with your next exhale, fold forward and then bring yourself back up to a seated position. Good. Take a moment here. Maybe you feel a little bit of clumpiness in your left hip, but maybe you feel some more openness in your right side body. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take your block, place it next to your right hip. And again, we're going to check on, see how your flexibility feels. If it feels better with a high block, even the very highest block, rest that elbow down, hand on your left hip. Good. And just let your head fall towards your right shoulder. Good. And we're going to think again about that inhale. Inhale your heart center towards the front of the room. And then exhale, let that left shoulder drop down towards the floor as you draw your belly button towards the spine behind you. Inhale, left shoulder opens up. Good. And then exhale, belly button draws towards your spine as your left shoulder drops down. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, let that left shoulder roll down towards the floor. Take about 2 more of these here, connecting with your breath, opening your ribs, filling your ribs as you inhale, and then exhaling, drawing that belly button down towards your spine. Good. And then with your next inhale, let's slide our hand to the back of our head. And we're going to, again, create that great big distance between the tip of your left elbow and the left hip. Let that left hip sink into your seat. Good. And again, here comes your exhale. Feel a deep twist through your torso as you draw your belly button towards your spine. And then inhale, open, sense the movement with your breath. Exhale, gently fold down, drawing your belly button towards your spine. Inhale and open, oh, feel that nice full stretch through your chest through your shoulder. Exhale, torso twist. Good, inhale, open. Get that whole left side body reaching. Good, one more time. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, open up. Good, and then exhale, bring ourselves all the way back to a seated position. Good, and again, check in, see how your side body feels. Let the wholeness of your hips settle into your seat below you. And then we're going to go ahead and move our blocks out of our way. Move your pillow or your seat out of your way. And we're going to head towards a all fours position. So we just did some nice work on our side body here. Let's continue to appreciate that movement, that openness that we were helping to support by just wagging your tail from side to side. And also pay attention to the movement that you feel like your head wants to do. If your head wants to follow the opposite direction and move towards your right shoulder as your hip goes to the left. And just pay attention to what feels good. There is no right or wrong here as you just move with your torso, helping to expand through your rib cage, expand into your hips. Good. Take 1 or 2 more waggles. Good. And then we're going to push our palms through our mat. And exhale, reach the back side of your body towards the ceiling. So here's that cat pose that we all know. And we're actively spreading our palms out through the mat beneath us. And then as we inhale, letting our heart center drop down. Good, opening your heart center towards the front of the room and then pushing your palms through the floor. Feel your hands being active. Draw your belly button towards the ceiling, rounding your spine, tucking your chin. Good. Inhale, let your heart center move forward. And then let's one more time, arch your back up towards the ceiling. Imagine that each of the vertebrae is reaching towards the ceiling above you as your tailbone drops down between your legs, helping you to lengthen your lower back. Good, and let's bring ourselves to a neutral spine. So neutral spine is where we have our all fours feel stable and strong. It's also a position where you feel like if someone had to climb on your back, you were ready to find a way to brace yourself, to find the power in your core to bring stability. So in this position, let's gently reach that right heel out as far away from you as you can, opening up your hamstring, opening up your calf, stretching that right heel away from you. And with your next exhale, bring that knee forward. Good. Take an inhale and an exhale again. And then with your next inhale, extend that left heel away. Drive that left heel as far away from you as you can, gently drawing your belly button towards your spine as you pull that left knee forward with your exhale. One more time to each side. Right leg reaches away with your inhale. And as you begin to exhale and draw your belly button towards your spine, bring that right knee forward. Same thing, inhale begins and your left heel drives away. And then you begin to exhale, your belly button's drawing towards your spine and your knee comes forward. Good. So we're going to move in and out of child's pose here. Some people, this child's pose can be challenging for your knees. If you're someone who would like to have more padding under your knees, you can fold your mat and increase the padding. And if you're somebody who's sitting back behind you, it's too challenging and tight for your knees, you can place something behind you like a pillow. So I'm going to join you and I'm going to use a pillow to do it today. As I exhale, drawing my belly button towards my spine, reaching my tailbone towards my heels and deeply sitting into my seat behind you. Inhale, come on forward. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale, come on forward. Exhaling, shift back. Good. We're going to stay here for a few moments in this position where we're exhaling and shifting back. So pay attention here to this opportunity to fill in and stretch all the flesh on your back body. So as your tailbone is reaching down towards your heels behind you, you're gently drawing your heart center or the back side of your heart up towards your vertebrae behind you, filling in all that flesh on your back. Feel yourself stretching all that skin, sensing from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone that you're lengthening. And when you inhale deeply, you can expand through your ribs. And as you exhale deeply, you can settle a little more deeply into the seat behind you. Good. With your next inhale, bring yourself forward. Good. And then with your next exhale, shift yourself back, draw your belly button towards your spine, and let your tailbone find its way towards your heels behind you. Good. And stay here for another few moments. Good. All right, we're going to take this position that we have found here in this child's pose, and we're going to add a little bit of a deep twist. So we're going to take our left hand and place it like in a push-up position. So your left hand is in a push-up position, and it's going to stay like that. And then I'm just going to show you your right hand is going to be extended and straight out. So your left hand is bent and your right hand is reaching away. So here's my left hand and here goes my right hand reaching away. So just as we did a moment ago when we were seated, we're going to exhale. Let your ribs drop down towards your thighs and your head gently drop down towards the floor. And then inhale and bring yourself back up to almost like an all fours position. So an exhale and your shoulder drops down. Inhale, push through your hand and bring yourself back up. Good. I'm going to use a block or a pillow, same thing, doesn't matter. So you're going to exhale, let your head fall towards your block. I need it even higher. And I'm going to let my head fall here. So as my head falls here and rests here on the block or on the pillow, you might feel a deep stretch through your right hip. And let's try again that inhale, exhale. So as you inhale, you sense your ribs expand, and then exhale, let that right rib sit a little bit more deeply into the twist. And as you inhale, maybe you sense your ribs lifting off your thighs a bit. And then as you exhale, your ribs fall back more deeply into the twist. Good. All right. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to leave the block here because I'm going to use it again. So this time my left hand is reaching out to straight and my right hand is in that push-up position. So I'm going to again with my exhale, my left ribs fall towards my right thigh. And then as I inhale, I bring myself back up to a semi all fours or deep kneeling all fours position. Exhale, let that left shoulder fall, push through your right hand, deep twist. Inhale, bring yourself back up. And now here's where I'm going to rest my head on the block and I'm going to stay. I'm going to have a deeper twist. So my left ribs are going to drop down. And then inhale, gently come out of this position as your ribs expand. Exhale, drop down, letting your left ribs fall to your right thigh. Inhale with a deep balloon filling and lifting your ribs just slightly off your thighs. Good, last one. Exhale, great big deep twist. Inhale, float gently up. Let's push our hands back up. Move your blocks out of the way. Move your pillows out of the way if you've been using a pillow and bring yourself all the way down onto the floor into a corpse position. So we're going to do a beautiful day stretch and reach your fingertips as far away from you as you can. Reach your heels as far away from you as you can, making your spine nice and long. And let's activate all of the muscles on the front side of our body. So really turn on your quads, lengthen your shins or activate your shins as you pull your toes towards your shins. Feel that work as your fingertips reach and pull out of your shoulder girdle as you reach your fingertips as far away from you as you can. And then with your next exhale, settle the whole weight of your body into the floor. Good. Let's do one more of those. So reach your fingertips as far away from you as you can. Activate your toes. Draw your toes towards your shin. Reach your fingertips away from you. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Feel the strength in the whole front side of your body. And then exhale and release. Let the wholeness of your body settle into the floor beneath you. Good. And then we're going to bring our feet flat to the floor. We're just going to do some gentle tick-tocks. So, or windshield wipers, however you are familiar with this position. Gently letting your knees fall from side to side. Good. Let this feel comfortable. Let it feel good. Remembering to inhale and exhale. So as I exhale, my knees fall to the right, and as I inhale, my knees come back to the middle. Exhale to the left, inhale to the middle. And if you want to increase this stretch, you can let your chin turn to the opposite side of your knees. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, your chin to your right and your knees to your left. Good. With your next exhale, let's let our knees all point towards the ceiling and your chin point towards the ceiling. And we're going to gently draw both of our knees in towards our chest. And then we're going to end our active part of our practice here with a deep torso twist. So we've been building up in our practice to this point. So what I'm going to have you do is reach your arms out and let them be in a goalpost position. And then with care, I would like your knees to gently tip toward the left side, helping your knees to fall as close to your elbow on your left side as you can. Good. And then with care, let your feet gently rest on the floor. And then if you feel like you have the ability, you can slide that left shoulder a little bit closer towards your left knees. That motion, that sliding your shoulder blade a little bit closer towards your knees will help your right shoulder blades fall a little bit more deeply into the floor, which will increase the great big torso twist through your side body. Good. And then again, let's connect with our breath. As you inhale, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, draw your belly button towards your spine. Good. Take some really deep, long, slow breaths here, staying as long as it feels good, or come out of it when it feels like it might be too much of a stretch. Good, you can stay here, hit pause, or when you're ready, bring yourself all the way over to the other side with care and lower your knees towards the floor, letting your knees fall as close to your right elbow as you can, letting your left scapula draw a little bit closer towards your elbow and your knees, and then letting your left shoulder fall a little bit closer to the floor. Good, and again, connect with your breath. Inhale deeply, expand your ribs. And then exhale completely, letting your belly button draw towards your spine. With each inhale, exhale, feel the depth of this stretch. Good. Again, stay here as long as it feels right. And with your next exhale, bring your knees back to the middle. Give those knees a nice gentle hug. And then place your feet flat to the floor. And 1 foot at a time, extend those heels as far away from you as you can. We're moving to the point in our practice today where we're going to settle in for Shavasana. So if you have a blanket, now would be a time, or maybe you have some warm socks you can slip on, put over your feet. And I will end this practice at 30 minutes, but if you don't want to sit up and leave, just stay. You can hear me close out the class. But if you want to stay as long as you like. Maybe place some pillows underneath your knees if that feels comfortable. Maybe place a gentle pillow under your head if that feels comfortable. And maybe placing an eye pillow on your eyes if that feels comfortable. So slowly letting the full length of your body settle into the floor. Let's again connect with our breath. Inhaling fully, letting your ribs expand. And then exhale slowly, letting your belly button fall down into the floor behind you. Good. And then to the best of your ability, imagine that you can sense the wholeness of gravity helping to settle your body into the depth of the floor. Maybe you could imagine that if I was in the room with you, I was gently laying sandbags on your shoulders, on your waist, or on your hips, just to help you feel the support of the floor beneath you. And just let go. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Sense the crown of your head, the weight of your shoulders, the weight of your hips, and the weight of your heels settling into the floor beneath you. You're welcome to stay here and rest. Or as you begin to feel ready, slowly draw one knee at a time in towards your chest. Taking a moment or two to rock gently from side to side, and then making your way back towards a seated position. Open your palms towards the ceiling. Let the crown of your head reach towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands together at your heart center, letting your chin drop down and acknowledging the time that you've taken to take care of your body and connect with your breath. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.